Fire safety should be practiced every day. Fires can happen 24/7. Are you prepared? Do you know your family's escape plan? Is your home free of fire hazards? Would you know what to do if it should happen to you?
Ontario County 911.
And my house is on fire.
Your house is on fire, sir. What's the address?
6389 Route 96.
Okay, sir. Is there anybody in the house?
No, nobody's in my dog's in the house.
Stay out of the house. Do not go back inside. We'll be sending the fire department out. Be on the lookout for them and wave them in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Remember that any fire is an emergency situation, and when you call 911, that it takes time for the personnel to arrive on the scene.
Fire dispatcher to Victor, fire alarm Victor for the structure fire, 6389, Route 96.
Your fire prevention knowledge is important to you and your family's safety. Knowing possible dangers in your home is the best first step in fire prevention. Some of these possible dangers are unattended open flames, such as candles, overloaded electric sockets, and the misuse of lighters and matches.
If you see your friends playing with matches, make sure you tell an adult as soon as possible.
The kitchen can be a hazardous place when it comes to starting a fire in your home. Grease fires are fairly common when cooking in the kitchen. When extinguishing a grease fire, one thing to remember is to not put it out with water. It'll only make the problem worse or could cause it to spread. The correct and safe way to extinguish a grease fire is to either cover the fire with a wet towel, put a lid on the pan, or throw baking soda on the grease. Be sure to cover anywhere there is flames with baking soda. Your smoke detector is your first line of defense. When you hear it, you need to get out and stay out. It's good to change your batteries every 6 months. A good way to remember to change your batteries is to do it when it's time to change your clocks for daylight savings. It's also important to test your smoke alarms at least once a month. Just as important as smoke detectors are CO detectors. These let you know if there is any amount of deadly carbon monoxide gas in your home. Instead of changing the batteries like a smoke detector, all you have to do is plug it in an outlet. How often do the batteries in a smoke detector need to be changed? Once a week? Every 6 months? Once a year? Or once every 5 years? The answer is B, every 6 months or when you change your clocks.
Get out of the house.
If you're in your house during a fire, the first thing you should remember is your family's EDITH,
Do you remember what to do?
which stands for exit drills in the home.
Okay.
The first step in EDITH is mapping out everyone's escape routes. You should also map out a secondary route in case the first one is blocked by fire or smoke.
Okay.
The second half of EDITH is practicing the actual plan that you've discussed with your family. Have a designated location for everyone to meet that is away from the house once everyone has exited. The mailbox is usually a good location to pick as your meeting place. If you're in a room and the fire is right outside your door, don't hide. Test the door with the back of your hand. If it's hot, stay there or find another way out. You can also put a blanket under the door to keep the smoke out. If you have to escape through smoke, crawl on your hands and knees and keep your head 1 foot above the ground. If there's no way out, stay where you are and wait for the fire department to come and get you. Once the firefighters get there and assess the situation, they will come and find you and any pets you may have.
My name is Matthew Klepetsky, and I'm a burn survivor. I'm also a burn nurse. My story is one of that happens far too frequently. I was left in what seemed like a safe environment. My mother left me at the kitchen table having lunch, and went to the neighbors to pick up my brother, who was over fishing, and she was gone about 8 minutes. But during that time, I convinced my younger brother to come with me, and we went out and started burning some papers in the backyard. And we were worried that she would catch us, so we grabbed some gasoline and poured it over the fire, and the gas can went off like a grenade, and basically it changed my life forever. And it caused the next 5 years to be one of many hospital stays. And at first we were in the hospital for about 3 months, and had about 17 surgeries, and then every Christmas break or winter recess or President's Week, we were back in for more revisions and releases and other operations.
Remember to cooperate with firefighters. They are there to help you. This is what can happen if a wastebasket fire is left unattended. As you can see, it spreads quickly and can reach temperatures of over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit within minutes.
I would say that the worst kind of injury that you could have is one that could have been prevented. And the thing about a burn is that it may, it's a lifelong injury, a friend of mine once said. And once you incur it, you're going to wear those scars forever. And although we all have our scars, it puts them on the outside for others to see and develop opinions, and in many respects, sadly, have judgments about. So I spent a lot of my childhood kind of being judged before I was even met, and it's not a childhood that I would wish on someone. But I would also say that if you do see someone who's being playful with fire, or very cavalier about lighting grills in the backyard, to say it's dangerous, and to do what you can to tell someone that will be able to step in.
This can all happen very quickly. It only takes a small amount of time for a house to become fully engulfed in fire. It only takes less than an hour for an entire home to burn to the ground. Let's see what you've learned about fire safety. Which one of these hazards can start a house fire? An electric socket? Candles? Playing with matches? All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above hazards can cause house fires if not watched carefully. So remember, there are many hazards in the home that can start fires. You don't have time in a fire. You need to get out with your family following your Edith plan. And if you can't find a way out, you need to stay where you are and let the fire department come and find you. You also need to remember that smoke detectors are your first line of defense. Otherwise, you won't wake up to smell the smoke. It only takes a few steps in order for you to be knowledgeable about fire prevention, and hopefully you and your family will be safe from any fire danger.